that you owe that amount?
Well, I'm not sure because I had one order, and then in 2014, which I didn't go back to court for, my order like tripled.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
All right, do you both swear the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, you both sworn, go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a contested matter. First, I will have a proposed order to read in a moment. First, I'd like the court to take an additional step and take judicial notice of Mr. Kelvin Key's presence in the courtroom.
So noted. And Mr. Key, I noted that you last time you were here, you asked for an attorney, but don't have anybody, right?
Yes, sir. I got laid off and I didn't have the funds to try to get one.
Okay, so you're representing yourself today. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead.
Your Honor, since this is a contested matter, the OAG would like to announce its proposed order. I'll do that. The OAG is asking for a child support judgment in the amount of $34,759.62, and to be paid off at $220 a month. We're asking for a medical support judgment in the amount of $16,536.70 to be paid off at $133 per month. We're asking that child support be set at $603, that insurance be ordered through the mother's employer, and for there be $212 cash medical support. I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Tamara Harris.
And ma'am, can you state the age of the child?
13.
And the child lives with you?
Yes.
Did you hear the agreements the proposals that I made to the judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those also your proposals?
Yes.
Okay, I pass this witness. I call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Kelvin Key.
And sir, did you hear the amount of child support that you owe?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in agreement that you owe that amount?
Well, I'm not sure because I had one order, and then in 2014, which I didn't go back to court for, my order like tripled. And then my support, my medical, it was supposed to be in 2014. It's supposed to be 65, and then like the same year, it jumped to 189.
Your Honor, the state requests to share its screen to show the self-authenticating pay record.
Go ahead.
Your Honor can bear with me. I'll make it clear, Your Honor, in just a moment. Here is the pay record for this case.
Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yeah.
Can we go back to 2014 where it started?
Sir, I'm not. One moment. Can you see, Your Honor?
Yes, I guess that's the best we can do. I can kind of make it out. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll scroll down. And then, Your Honor, this is where we're getting the balance. I'd ask that this pay record be admitted as State's Exhibit 1.
Exhibit 1 is admitted.
All right, sir. Did you hear the amounts that I read for child support?
Can you repeat them again? Because I'm still confused. You won't go back to the when the amount was set, and then why? And I'm because I didn't go to court for why it tripled. I was set at one amount, and then it tripled, and then I mean I understand the inconsistency of work, but what I'm saying is the amount. I didn't agree to that amount. I wonder why did it triple the medical and the actual support itself? It tripled in
Look, just so we can
2014.
so that we can understand each other where we are here, Mr. Key, let me just kind of interject out of order here. We had an original order in about 2013. That was the original child support order. Then we had a new order that was done January 7th of 2019. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about that increased it. I'm not
No,
looking
sir.
at it. I'm just looking at my notes as to what that I signed an order on January of 2019, and it's probably likely that it got increased. You were served with the papers for that hearing prior to that hearing. You didn't file an answer asking to come to court. You didn't request a court hearing, and even after the order was signed, you never filed an appeal. So we have to work on that order from 2019. I cannot go back to 2013. The
Well,
2019 order is a valid order, even if you don't agree, even if you didn't show up for court. A lot of people decide not to come to court. That does not prevent us from moving forward.
right,
Rolling,
but I,
you can't talk while I'm talking and listen. Okay, so just because you didn't show up, or just because you didn't like the number, those aren't enough reasons. If you had a issue with it, you had a time to appeal it. It's been what, almost 6 years, 5, 6 years since that happened, and you haven't filed anything with the court to appeal it or to change the number. So I can't go back and change the 2019 order. The time has expired already. It expired a long time ago. If you had some issue with it when they send out a new withholding order for a different amount that you didn't like or tripled or whatever the case may have been, then you needed to have done something about it immediately, and you haven't done anything. Your time to appeal that decision has expired by now because it's been 5 or 6 years. So we're just now talking about what we're doing for the future, the child support arrears, the medical support arrears from the beginning until now, and then what we're doing for child support for the future. So hopefully that explains it a little bit. I know you may not agree, but that's where we are. And so that's what we're trying to confirm from there, from where we are as of those orders. All right, Ms. Kodak, go ahead and ask your next question.
Sir, do you agree to child support being set at $603?
no, ma'am.
Okay, and sir, you understand that the state calculated based on the income that you reported to us.
Right, but what I was telling you was I gave you a weekly amount. But what happens is there's a 2 week gap in that weekly amount.
Objection non-responsive, Your Honor.
Overall, go ahead and finish what you were saying, Mr. Key.
There's a 2 week gap, and what I told him was what I make weekly. But there's a 2 week gap in between that where I get no income till we go to the next job, and that's what I was trying to explain to him. And then he asked me, do I need to put my per diem for what they pay me they pay for my hotel and my food.
Okay, sir, I'll ask you some more questions. What do you do for a living?
I'm a fire watch. I told him,
Tell me, sir, what do you do for a living?
I just told you, I'm a fire watch.
I can't hear what you're saying, Mr. Key. A fire what?
Fire watch.
Fire
Okay,
watch? Okay.
and what does that mean?
That means when welders are welding, I sit back and I watch the fire and make sure nothing gets caught on fire.
Okay, and do you work for yourself or do you work for a company?
I work for a company.
Okay. And for that company, do you work as an independent contractor or a W-2 employee?
a W-2 employee.
How long have you been doing this type of work?
Um, can't remember. 4 years.
4 years. And you're currently employed with them today?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you work in Texas?
Um, it's no, ma'am. Like right now, I'm heading to Georgia. It's all depending on where the work is, where they tell us to go. It may be Texas, maybe Georgia. Like right now, I'm
Okay.
heading to Georgia.
Do you have any other minor children?
I have one
Do you get paid weekly, monthly?
weekly.
How many weeks a year do you work?
Uh, out of a month, or just a
Sure,
year.
we can do about out of a month.
Let's say 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 3 weeks. It all depends. 2.5, 3 weeks.
And in that week that you don't work, um, is that a week that you're traveling?
No,
You're just off that week.
2 weeks. At least it's 2 weeks because
Thank
it's a 2 week gap in between each job.
Okay, so sir, that's confusing. You said a 1 week and then you said 2 weeks.
Okay,
So
if
it
you
does
have
it depend? Does it depend on the job? Sometimes it's 1 week, sometimes it's 2 weeks.
no, it's 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks between the job. So, like, say for instance, if this job lasts 2.5 weeks, so the half week I still got to consider it a full week. I mean, a week. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have a 2 week between each job. Then we'll do another 3 weeks, and then we have 2 weeks in between.
Okay, sir. And do you file taxes, sir?
I have to file this year. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you file last year?
No, I haven't filed them yet.
Okay, did you file the year before?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
Because
okay.
what was happening is from the different
I don't
jobs.
need an explanation for
Okay,
that part.
okay,
How
okay.
how much do you make the weeks that you work?
1,000.
Do you have any other form of income?
No,
Okay. The last time that you filed taxes, what was your income?
ma'am, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. And do you have medical for your child?
No, from what it was, what I agree with his mother. She says she pays about for him 200 a month, and so I told her I would agree to do the 200 a month for her.
Okay. The state is requesting 212 for the mother to be reimbursed in insurance. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Your Honor, I pass this witness.
Does the state have any other information from the employer that we can average out?
Your Honor, if you can give me a second, I can double check.
Just fine.
I anticipate that we don't the if he's working all different places, but I'll double check, Your Honor, out of an abundance of caution.
While you're doing that, let me ask him a couple questions. So, Mr. Key,
Sure.
I don't understand your income here. You're saying you get paid 1,000 a week. You work 2 weeks a month, or maybe 2.5 weeks a month. So, what do you say that your monthly gross income before you pay any taxes is?
Um, it's about 3,200, if I had to say.
Okay, that's before taxes.
Yes, sir.
And how much is your rent or mortgage where you stay?
$700 a month.
Okay. Is the 3,200 including any per diems or any money for housing?
Yes, sir.
It includes that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So besides your $700 rent or mortgage payment, do you have a car payment?
No, sir.
Do you have any other payments besides utilities?
Just insurance and then my utilities.
Okay. How much is your insurance?
Uh, Vehicles 324 a month.
How many vehicles do you have?
Uh, Two.
Okay. What kind of cars are they, sir?
Just a Ford F-150. I have to have I have full coverage on it, and a Ford Ranger. Oh,
Okay.
three Ford Ranger.
What years are they?
The F-150 is 2006, and the Ranger is '03.
Okay. And so
Your
besides,
Honor, I do have it.
and you have no monthly payments on those trucks, right?
No.
Okay.
So when you get ready to pull this down,
Miss Harris, I need you to be in a quiet room. I cannot do your hearing with other noises or
Okay.
whatever you're hearing. Okay. Miss Correa, you had something more information?
Yeah, Your Honor. I do have the state has received information from two employers regarding the third quarter for Mr. Key. So I would like
how you doing?
an opportunity to ask him some questions on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, Sir, do you work for In-Demand Industrial Services?
No, man.
Okay, why is that company saying you work for them?
I don't know why. I work for 3S. I worked for them earlier this year because it was just like, when you got the in between job, I kind of took something with them to kind of make up the difference. And
So you have worked for In-Demand. You're just not working for
yeah,
them now, right?
worked for them in July. They fired me.
Okay. And would it be accurate to say that in that quarter you made $6,239?
I'm not sure.
Okay, would it be fair to say that in the third quarter from 3S you made $3,520?
Yeah, that could be right.
Okay. Sir, is it your plan to have two employers from board?
No, I'm just trying to stay with 3S till after my 3 months, and then I get to I'm trying to get on full time.
Okay. So your work, and so you do, so what the work you are doing, it would be considered part-time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
why aren't you working?
they say that because they consider you a full time employee.
Right, but full-time money.
Right, right. No, no, not it's part time money. If I'd say it
But
like
you
that, yeah.
have, but you have the ability to earn full-time money, don't you?
Um, I wouldn't say that.
Uh, I pass this witness, Your Honor, based on the totality of the circumstances, I think there is enough to support our request for the child support amount. I rest.
Miss Harris, if you could unmute again. Do
Okay.
you have any personal knowledge of Mr. Key's income at this time?
I really don't. And the
Okay.
only reason why is because it's not consistent. I don't get a full year's worth of child support. So it's more of like 2 to 3 months here and there or whatever. So
Okay. But you don't know anything about what he's earning today.
no.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Miss Correa, let me, if you would do me that calculation at 3,200 gross.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor. Giving him credit for an additional child and $212 in medical support. That comes out to 444.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and make a ruling. So I understand you didn't like the last order, Mr. Key. You feel like that order shouldn't have been entered, but it was entered and you didn't appeal it, so I can't change it. It sounds like from what Ms. Harris is saying, it's pretty consistent with what you're telling me too, that your employment is kind of spotty based on the kind of work that you do. You might work a couple weeks, maybe then you have a week or two off, then might work 3 weeks and then a week or two off. Sounds pretty consistent with what um, the mother was saying as far as what she's receiving in payments. Um, I cannot change the prior order. So if you didn't make all your payments, either because of your work status or how you work, or because it was a large amount, I can't change it. So you owe $34,759.62 for child support arrears. The payment that the state's requesting at 220 is pretty much the lowest that I could set it at. You really need to pay a lot more on that to pay on the principal. Should be more like 300 or 400. So 220 is pretty low based on that amount of arrears. Medical support arrears, I'm confirming at $16,536.70. Same explanation. I cannot go back and change that. The payment the state's requesting at 133 is reasonable based on what you owe. Again, you could need to try to pay more. The child support, I'm basing it on what you told me, the $3,200 monthly amount is what your income is. And so the child support is going to be 444 a month from now on, beginning next month. And then mother's going to be responsible to carry the health insurance, and then you're going to be paying her $212 a month for the medical insurance premium. Court cost bill to Mr. Key. The Attorney General's office will draft that order. That'll be the order of the court. You have 7 days to file a appeal de novo appeal, or 30 days to file a motion for new trial if you don't agree with it. Otherwise, that unless a judge changes the order, this is the order of the courts that you must follow. They'll send out a withholding order. If your employment is kind of spotty, where you're like it sounds, you have to make up the difference each month. So, Mr. Key, you need to look and see what you paid out of your paycheck each month. And if you haven't paid your full amount, you need to send in the difference, whatever that may be, because you're falling worse and worse behind here. You're going to get to next time I see you, you might owe $60,000. I don't want that to happen to you. You don't want that to happen. And we need to make sure that Ms. Harris is receiving a consistent amount of payments. So make sure you make up the difference if you are fall short based on what they take out of your check. All right, the Attorney General's office is going to put that all in a court order in writing for me to sign, and then they will email you a copy. You are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.